ladies and gentlemen. The thread in this statement is the issue of perpetual violence during the election. Yesterday, you saw what happened in Jacaranda. We are happy that the chairman of the Electoral Commission has sent word to the DPP to investigate the people behind the violence at Jacaranda. Because anybody seeking election must have signed the code of conduct, and it speaks volumes or very categorically against violence during this particular period of election. So that is one message that we want to send to the people. And here we are not looking for the minions. We are not looking for the minions. We are not looking for the watu wa mukono. There are people behind this violence. So this message is being directed that they should stop the process of creating violence. We want a free and fair election. It should go on record that when there was a stoning incident in Wasingishu against the chopper that Raila had landed in, none other than the deputy president himself came out openly and condemned the incident. Immediately, the matter became public. You will recall the deputy president was stoned in Kisumu. Nobody said anything about it. There were excuses being given. There was the incident in Keno, in Muranga. Again, it was brushed aside. Now, we have seen this other incident. So we are asking ourselves, is there a very concerted effort in this 1.5 months to go to the election date where systematic incidents of violence are going to be witnessed? Then, in the process, scare away voters and undermine a free and fair election. We as Kenyans, we in Kenya Kwanza, say this is not acceptable, and we do not want to see anything or any blood being shed because of this electoral process. We are also calling on the NCIC. Instead of spending time and telling us that you have banned certain phrases, hatupangwingwi and etc., etc. Yeah? Bedroom, what have you. This is an opportunity for the NCIC to come out more strongly. And you'll notice it is silent on this incident, which has been captured not only by other, even yourselves as members of the Fourth Estate. You have captured this incident, and the NCIC has said nothing. As Shakespeare said one day, who has eaten thy tongue? When somebody is so quiet, Shakespeare was asking, ni paka gani, which cat has eaten thy tongue? Ni paka gani imekula ulimi wa NCIC? Kwa sababu hawaongei. So these are very systematic messages, and we want all the agencies that are there to come systematically and nip any attempts of violence in the bud. And finally, on my part and on our part for Kenya Kwanza, we want to singularly acknowledge the very good role played by the Kenya Police Service. When all is said and done, they conducted themselves very professionally in Jacaranda and ensured what would have been an extremely nasty situation was contained. And if there were any injuries, which there were, you saw Murethi and a few others, they were minimal. So we also want to say that the police stood out professionally, and if they conduct themselves that way, going through the entire election, we are likely then to see discipline and order during this process of electioneering. Violence must be stopped completely. We want free and fair elections. As somebody said, the IEBC shall not count the number of stones hurled at people. They shall count the ballot papers, the votes that have been cast and found in the ballot boxes. And surely the stones are not going to be in the ballot boxes. So we do not have time for stone throwing. We want a free and fair election. This is the message coming from Kenya Kwanza, and we are very clear that all our supporters must conduct themselves with decorum and respect, because at the end of the day, in the next 1.5 months, we shall have a new government. And that government is going to be a Kenya Kwanza government. Thank you.